Okay, welcome to class. Still on the calculations in chemistry. So you have a question under solubility. So under solubility, and you have a question like this. Where, okay, we have a question. We've solved the previous one before. So if you are just joining us, you can please like, subscribe to this channel, then refer to the previous videos on the calculations in chemistry we've done. So now we continue with question 3 under solubility. So you have a question like this. Water was added to 80 grams of a salt, and the salt is HCl to produce 30 cm cube of saturated solution at 25 degrees Celsius. The solubility of the salt at 25 degrees Celsius is 8 moles per dm cube. Calculate the mass of the salt that remain undissolved. So this is the question. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Yes. Yes. So you have a question like this. Now we are calculating the mass of the salt that remain undissolved. You pay attention to this term, undissolved. So if we are solving this, the solution is this. First, we get we are going to calculate the molar mass of this salt that is represented as SCl2. So this S chloride salt, so we say molar mass of SCl2 is equal to, so we have been given, they told us, if you check the question here, they mentioned that relative atomic mass of S, which is the one of the elements, is an unknown element, but they represented it as S, is 29. So you are going to use it that way. So you say 29. And how many moles do we have here? We have 1. So you say times 1. So plus, then chlorine is given to us at 35.5. Then how many atoms of it do we have? We have 2. So it's 35.5 times 2. So this becomes 29 plus 35.5 times 2 is 71. This is 71. Now that amounts to 29 plus 71 gives us 100 gram. 100 gram. Now 100 gram. So this gives us 100 gram. Now we've known the molar mass now. So the next step is the mole. They told us that the mole is 8 moles per dm cube, meaning that it was the solubility of the salt at this temperature, the 5 degrees Celsius, is 8 moles per dm cube. So 8 moles in 1 dm cube make the saturated solution. So 8 moles in a dm cube makes a saturated solution. So this means that, so we multiply the moles now times the molar mass. So that means that 8 moles of SCl2, which is 100 grams, equal to 100 grams, eight moles of HCl2, which is 100 grams, gives 800 grams, in 1000 cm cube. So you know 1000 cm cube is the same thing as 1 dm cube. So that means that for every 8 mole, it means that 800 grams of 800 grams of SCl2 dissolves in 1000 cm cube. So therefore, if 800 grams of SCl2 dissolve in 1000 cm cube, then from the question we say 30 cm cube. So what will 30 cm cube dissolve in? So 30 cm cube, the mass that will dissolve in 30 cm cube, or let's write it this way so it will not be confusing. We say 1000 cm cube requires 800. So we say 1000, can simply say 1000 cm cube. (1000 cm cube) requires 800 grams of SCl2. So 30 cm cube will require 30 times 800 over 8. Or let me write it up here. So 1000 cm cube requires 800 grams of SCl2. So therefore 30 cm cube will require 30 times 30 cm cube times 800 grams over 1000 cm cube. So this 20 take away this 20, this one take away this. So which is now 3 times 8. 3 times 8 is 24. So that is 24. That is 24 grams. 24 grams. Now 24 grams is what is required to dissolve dissolve in 30 cm cube. Now if that is 30 cm cube, the undissolved salt, which is what we have to calculate, the mass of undissolved salt, mass of undissolved salt is equal to water was added to 80 grams of the salt. So 80 grams minus what we have here, which is the one that was initially required, is 24 grams, will now give us 80 minus 24. That gives us 56 grams. So the mass that is undissolved is 56 grams. So mass of undissolved salt is 56 grams. So this is how we solve for undissolved salt. So first, let's quickly run through it again. So first, we calculate the molar mass of the salt that is given to us, which is SCl2. Now 29 is the mass that was given, the relative atomic mass of the S. Then we have one atom of it, so times 1, which is 29. Then 35 is for chlorine. So 35.5 times 2 gives us 71. So addition of 2, summation of the 2 gives us 100 grams. Now 8 moles in 1 dm³ makes a saturated solution. Now the 8 moles of 100 grams, that is 8 moles of 100 gram SCl2 gives 800 gram in 1000 cm3. That is 1 dm3 because they said 1 dm3. dm3 is 1000 cm3. So 1 dm3 is equivalent to 1000 cm3. So 1000 cm3 requires 800 grams. That is what it means. So for that 8 moles, it means 800 grams. 1000 cm3 require 800 grams. Now 30 cm3 therefore will require 30 times, we cross multiply 30 times 800 divided by 1000. This gives us 24. So we subtract it from the mass that was added. So 80 minus 24, which gives us 56. So 56 is the mass of the undissolved salt. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Share, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.